As I mentioned, I'm an Emerge doc. I'm based out of Edmonton, Alberta, one of the co-founders of MACT32, which is a medical device fabrication and engineering firm, and I work at the MIS. And what else am I here to talk to you about but COVID or coronavirus? I'm actually here to talk to you specifically about the aerosol component of coronavirus. And why do we care? So we know that COVID can be spread through aerosols. It's not just contact droplets. We know that there are many medical procedures that create aerosols, and these are the procedures that I do in the emergency room. These are life-saving things, BiPAP, CPAP, intubation, but also positive airway pressure ventilation of any sort, heated, high-flow, humidified oxygen. These are things that are used in the operating room all the time. And what does that translate into? Well, anytime we do these aerosol-generating procedures, we know that within a 3-meter radius of the patient, for somewhere up to 3 hours, we have an infectious cloud that can infect healthcare practitioners. And you can see what happens when someone gets infected and doesn't know and starts spreading the disease throughout a hospital. You lose 315 acute care beds, you lose 8 ORs for 6 weeks, right? I'm not working right now because my ER is shut down. So there's a safety risk for healthcare professionals, but there's also a system impact. But then what else is there? There's an impact on elective surgeries. We know that there's a lot of elective surgeries being canceled because we're worried about asymptomatic carriers. That's a significant loss of revenue for American companies, but that's loss of life, right? And that's longer wait times. That's something that the provincial authorities and governments care about. So there are life-saving procedures in the OR, the ER, the ICU that aren't being done because we're worried about transmission of COVID. What did we do? Well, on the left is a very early stage prototype of one of our devices. There's two numbers here. There's over 30,000 surgeries performed per week in Canada, many of them elective, and over $50 billion per month of revenue lost in the American health system attributed to COVID, many of these because elective procedures aren't being done. So MACT32, we created the MACT, or the mock aerosol containment tent. And this is simple technology that we've just manipulated and made better. This is a high flow, negative pressure, portable isolation system for patients' head and neck, for airway procedures, and for limited time treatment, right? So it creates a negative pressure zone that actually exceeds the CSA and Health Canada guidelines for negative pressure isolation to effectively contain aerosol inside the system and not let it spread to that broader area. Now, it's been designed with input from multiple anesthetists to fit the OR tables, and our goal is that we can use it for elective procedures. You can use it in the OR, the ER, healthcare facilities, field hospitals. We have single purchase investment fan filter units, and then we have a consumable bag that goes over top, the drape, right? And that's where the revenue income is going to be coming through. You guys can look at the slides and figure out our calculations on the market, but there's a significant Canadian market. There's an even bigger American markets. What are we asking for? Well, right now we are ready to take our device and start fabricating. We have designed and we're ready for fabrication. We need an injection of cash to help us with the fabrication. So we're looking for funds to accelerate our launch into the American markets as well as Canadian markets. We're looking for some help if anybody has connections with procurement with Canadian health facilities as well as American hospital boards. We're actually hiring. We're looking to bring on a new senior engineer. We have 3 engineers on our team, and we're looking for someone to sort of lead that team. We're looking to develop our business side as well. So if any of these opportunities interest you, here's the contact info. Send me a line. Happy to talk further.